After doing this for 17 years, I've learned that sometimes I have to, or feel like I have to, make videos that I don't want to make. Um, this is one of those videos. I don't want to turn my camera on. I don't want to turn my lights on. I don't want to make this video. But I understand that being a social media influencer requires a certain amount of responsibility. I think that if you have a large social media following and you have an influence, it's important to use that influence for good. Recently, a friend of mine took his own life. The list of friends that I've lost to drugs and to mental health, the older I get, the more I realize it's not really getting any shorter. So I'm making this video because if this helps one person that's watching, then it was worth making despite me really not wanting to get in front of my camera today. I'm just really tired of losing people that I care about. I guess my main message today would just be to make sure that you know that you're never alone. This friend of mine felt very alone and thought that he was alone and that he didn't have anyone, or at least I can only assume at this point. But going to his celebration of life a couple nights ago, there was hundreds of people there that cared about him, and I don't really know if he knows that or if he saw that wherever he is now, wherever his energy lies. But I just want to express how important it is that we reach out when we're feeling alone. I think a lot of us nowadays spend a lot of time inside our own minds. You've heard it before, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. And we can really get caught up in some less than helpful perspectives inside our own minds. I think it's really important to separate yourself from any dark perspectives that you have inside your own head, because reality doesn't exist inside here. It exists out in the world and it exists elsewhere. So I just want to urge you, if you're ever feeling alone, if you're ever getting too mixed up inside your own mind, treat your mind and body right. I personally, in my life, have found it nearly impossible to feel depressed and upset after like a workout or after going outside. I mean, my vice has always been the ocean. If I ever feel sad or depressed or upset, I can go jump in the ocean and float in the water, and it seems like all this noise going on in my head goes away. I think that it's very, very important to find what works for you. Find what grounds you, what centers you, what makes you feel like everything's going to be okay. Whether it's going for a run, going for a skate, stretching, breathing, these things are so, so important, and they're overlooked by a lot of people. I don't know what I would do if I didn't put in the effort to find ways to make myself feel okay. I feel as though I'm a pretty strong-willed person. I have come up with a wide variety of things that I can do to make myself feel better. Eating right, drinking a lot of water, exercise, sunlight. It's like the most important things that you can do for yourself as a person. Just don't let yourself become stagnant and slip into a negative, dark, depressed state. Everyone out there has someone that will be there for them. Even if you feel like you don't. Message me on Instagram. I'll respond. I try to read all of my DMs on Instagram. For the first, like, I don't know, 8 or 10 years of YouTube, I responded to every single person that DM'd me on Instagram. Obviously, there reached a time when we were getting, tens, 20, 50 million views a month, and our content was absolutely exploding. To respond to everyone would have been more than a full-time job for 10 people, but now that things have slowed down, I'm just trying to be more responsible and more helpful. I just want you guys to know that if you ever feel like you're alone, you're not. I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to live a life that has purpose. I want you to feel like you have a purpose. I want you to feel like you can accomplish anything and you can chase your dreams and you can make a life for yourself, because everyone has the opportunity to do something great. Everyone has something out there that'll give them a sense of purpose. You just have to be willing to look for it. What have you been dreaming about doing your entire life? What do you find interesting? What motivates you? What makes you feel like you can take over the world? Alan Watts has been a huge influence in my life, and just building a mentality and a perspective in my mind that just makes me feel excited and motivated to wake up every day. If you're not feeling motivated and you're not feeling happy, check out some of the links that I have in the description. I think anyone that is a person that exists on this planet can find comfort in the words of Alan Watts. Some people say it's cliche and some people say whatever. I don't know. It works for me. I think it'd work for you. I think that listening to the words of somebody like Alan Watts on a daily basis can be very powerful and can be very profound and can actually change your entire life, and especially your day-to-day life. So I just want to let you guys know that there's always hope. If I've learned anything in my life, it's that emotions come and go, and something Alan Watts said was, if somebody does something that makes you really angry and your first instinct is to rip their head off, typically the first thought that you have with any emotion is not always the right action. Just like storms roll in and it can get windy and chaotic and terrifying, the sun always comes out again. And that's about as simply as I could put it. Just don't ever let any one perspective or one emotion or one feeling trap you. You always have to be able to break away. And I don't really know what else to say besides check on your friends. Tell your friends you love them. Don't hold grudges against anyone. Forgive the people that have wronged you the most in your life, because I feel like the people that treat you the worst and that have wronged you the most are the ones that need the most love and support at the end of the day. How people treat you does not define you. The way that you treat others defines who you are. So don't hate anyone. Don't hold grudges against anyone. Forgive everyone. Life is a lot easier when you live a forgiving life, when you don't hold grudges, when you truly do wish the best for everyone that exists, despite what they might have done to you in the past. Don't do drugs. Try not to drink too much. Not going to tell you things that grow on the ground are bad, but too much of anything is bad. You need to be able to just be who you are and experience life through sober eyes and through clarity, and just do your best. It's not always going to be easy, but there will be days where the sun will rise and the sun will come out and where things will be okay again. Love you guys. I can't thank you enough for the life that you've given me. The content creation over the last 17 years has been quite a journey, and I'm endlessly grateful for all of you. I know we're not getting millions of views a day, and we're not, making content as often as we used to, but that's going to change. We're going to come back, and it's just life, man. Ups and downs. I acknowledge as much as anyone that life is more than just getting views. So I appreciate you. Like the video, spread the message, be the message. And I got some really good videos coming soon. I'm actually really, really excited to share what we've been doing with you guys and the direction that we want to take this channel. And I'm excited. I am. But I just felt like I had to make this video, and I've been putting it off for a couple of days, and I just needed to just turn the camera on and talk to you guys, because sometimes that's all I feel like I can do. So love you guys. See you soon.